It's thinking. So
Says you're
Says you're, yeah, it says we're live.
you're live with a green.
yeah, but are you live on your
I'm
channel?
live too. Hold
That's
on.
what I'm asking.
All right, I'm gonna hit private.
And you hit private too, right, Morgan? You already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so
Hi,
welcome
everyone.
to the first live for members only. How, even though there's nobody in here.
I'm seeing
Oh.
if my page is showing as being live. I am live. It's saying members only tarot, but it's live for anybody who wants to see. Okay, so why is that happening? The stream must be scheduled in the future and within 1 year.
Just want to kind of pull
Oh
apart
no, it's
that,
live.
see what's going on about that. I know there's.
I can't change the start time, so the problem is now that I'm live publicly, and I can't go back and change it.
Okay, well, let's talk about our Thanksgivings. I know, Morgan, you're in Canada, so you guys already had your Thanksgiving.
Yes. Yes, we did. How was your
and-
Thanksgiving?
Well, mine, I was at home. I did nothing. My mom called me. She had told me last year that she was done with Thanksgiving because she's 90, right? She just turned 90. And we're like, okay. So she called me and I was like, I'm really enjoying not having any deadlines or to-dos or have-tos. So I think I'm just going to stay home and just chill because I'm getting ready to go to Thailand. So that's what we did. And we didn't have turkey, but I made some amazing macaroni and cheese. And when we come back, and I've been making more bagels. And when we come back, I'll do our little Thanksgiving thing. I'm going to use stuffing and make it a waffle and then put the Thanksgiving stuff on top of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. So that's my love language is cooking and baking. And that's what makes me happy right now in my gardening.
That's so nice.
Yeah. How about you, Ruby?
I didn't make anything, and then I took my kiddo to Golden Corral because he loves Thanksgiving, or he loves Golden Corral. So, but not necessarily Thanksgiving food. So, my neck is giving me too much problems to really do a whole lot of cooking and stuff like that. But so I just got a steak and a baked potato when I went there. And then one of my girlfriends sent me an Instacart with a bouquet of flowers, a turkey dinner that was pre-made, pumpkin pie ice cream.
Oh, wow.
And she sent me the whipped topping. And so, of course, my kiddo is like spraying the whipped topping in his mouth and being ridiculous with it. But that was really sweet. I've never had anybody Instacart me a gift before. She's like, I'm sending you something. Are you going to be home around blah, blah time? And I'm like, yeah, but I thought I would get like a Amazon or something. And it's like freaking Instacart.
That's so nice.
That was super nice of her. I know. So like, she's just the sweetest. So that was cool. But yeah, I don't know.
It sounds like, you know what? Like, I feel like because we've had so many warnings about tower cards and secrets coming out, that if you're on the spiritual path, you kind of plan ahead just to kind of like stay in your bubble and have like peaceful, like protected, peaceful time and no drama and everything. So that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And
it was like the most chill Thanksgiving I ever had. It's like
me too.
Normally my kids don't like the Thanksgiving food, and so it's always like a stressor thing. you know, but I don't want to eat that. I'm like, so, you know, and then
I don't like everything, but I like it because we'll have ham. We don't normally have ham. And
yeah.
my mom usually makes like roast beef also. So we have turkey, ham, and roast beef. So it's pretty nice. And then like we do green beans and corn, but we don't do like the green bean casserole thing. That's not something we do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't do macaroni and cheese. That's why I made macaroni and cheese for us. And I made it like the good old Southern way. So it was all cheesy and just
Did you put
bad for your heart.
Ritz crackers did you put the Ritz crackers with butter?
No, I didn't do any of that, but it was so cheesy. Oh my God, it was just like to die for. And I actually use protein pasta. And
really?
like is it the rotini or whatever, the ones that are spirally? And it was actually pretty good. I think it's I can't remember, the bonita or something like that, protein pasta. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try it. And they were pretty good. And then because the pasta is like ridged or whatever, it like held onto this cheek. Oh my God.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I have half of it in the freezer for when we come back.
Oh,
nice.
I love me some mac and cheese. It's good.
Yeah. So,
we have one person on we have two people on my accidentally live channel, and Denise, you have one person showing up on your channel. Oh, they went back off. So I don't know if our people are around.
Oh, I don't see anybody.
Yeah.
So who are the?
It doesn't say who they are. I don't know if Soraya is one of them or not, but
can you like send them a message?
I can email her.
Can you like send them a message?
Denise, what can you tell us about the upcoming full moon in Gemini?
Oh my gosh, I knew you were going to ask me that. I'm not prepared. Hold on a second.
I feel like
your britches.
I'm like they keep talking about like there's more truths.
Yes, let me pull up my
we just came out of such a like Mercury retrograde and such a like solemn time the past couple of weeks that I'm like, I feel like people are kind of like all like stunned and like wised up from all the the insights and the kind of like that calm that we just went through. That oh man.
Okay, so let me pull up my notes that I have on here and I will tell you. Okay, so it's the full moon in Gemini, and it's also a continued grand water trine. And that grand water trine is about feelings, right? Because it's water. So it's Saturn, Jupiter, and then Venus. And then Venus just went from Scorpio, which is like being secret and intense, to Sagittarius today. And that is about being more independent. And one of the things that I read was independent, like you working towards independence, even in your relationships, like, you're being more independent in your relationship. Like my girlfriend and I are very independent. We do our own thing and then we come together. So, and I think that's really important with relationships too, is you have to maintain who you are regardless. Right. Mm-hmm. But Ruby, I think you said, or Morgan, I'm not sure who said it, but the full moon brings clarity and illumination, especially around communication and sharing ideas. And the grand water trine encourages emotional healing, intuition, and compassion, making it an ideal time for inner reflection and connecting with others on a deeper level. This grand water trine creates a gentle flow of emotion. So I don't know, is some of us feeling a little more, I feel like I'm more in touch, not as anxious about certain things. I don't know if that's the flow.
Yeah, I feel better than I did. I'm more tired now for some reason. But I was just like, the past couple weeks with my car and everything, like that, all that stuff. And I was just like, seriously? Like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't me. That's not me. Like, I'm usually I'm a Sag moon, so I'm like, let's go with the flow.
That could have been that Mercury retrograde too, though.
Yeah. And now I'm good. I feel
it said that it's
more
this
of a
illumination.
Of some of that.
The illumination of this cold moon is supposed to be like helping you see the bigger picture and things. So I guess that clarity stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna put the
link. I'm
gonna put the link for people if they want to actually join this for reals.
Okay. If nobody joins, then we can make this just a regular.
I don't think we can adjust it at this point.
I kind of noticed that people were a little bit salty, like around, like the past. Well, it's starting to ramp up. I can definitely feel it. You know, like there's some, and I feel like around Christmas time, it either brings out like the jolly or the like, yikes, the crazy. You know?
What does?
Like this time of year,
holidays. Like,
yeah.
It
either brings out like really blissful, excited, like giddiness, or else like kind of like whirly bird, you know, people kind of losing it and stuff.
This is like the first year that like I was able to put up a really pretty Christmas tree and get all new. When I moved, the movers lost like half my stuff. It's just a really long story, but I had lost my Christmas ornaments and all that stuff. And this year I went to Hobby Lobby and I was like able to get a tree. And then I got like the rotating stand, like that rotates the tree. And it was a really cute, and it's, I forgot what it's called when they have the white stuff on it. So I got that for the first time too. And then I got like all matching, like coordinating ornaments just to start out, you know, like nothing really crazy or special, but it was just like the first time in like several years that I've actually been able to like do all of that and put that all together. And it was just fun. It's nice to be able to really experience that again, because it's been a rough couple of years for me. So, you know, just like really being able to do that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna try to, you know, enjoy it and I think that it's true that like the people that you know, in the spiritual community were kind of prepared for try to avoid the drama a little bit more when it comes to stuff. So I think some of us are making different choices this year, you know, about what we're doing and who we're spending time with and stuff like that, just to like try to avoid it. Because there's a lot that's going down, you know, with a lot of people breaking up and family issues and whatever else is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? It's, I saw the most interesting saying the other day and I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I just seeing this now? But it was a saying about like how when you've had to survive and thrive in chaos, peace feels like for that toxic mind or that person, not toxic mind, or like say the traumatized mind, a peaceful, safe environment feels like a trap.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to remember that, you know, just
some people are addicted to the drama. They're addicted to drama. They're addicted to
Very much.
upheaval, and like they're not used to having just the peace and calm. They they're just kind of, it's what they know, and so it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to have things just be peaceful and calm.
Yeah. I mean, I've had times in my life where I was married to people who would, someone who would like trigger fights and stuff around this time of the year, or like make a problem and like really like I'd be looking forward to something and then make a problem, in those special occasions, just to like,
just
disrupt the peace, or I don't know what, like try to create like, I don't know what that is, but I have heard that is definitely like I hate using that cliche word, but narcissistic tendency, that they'll try to like wreck every like birthday, anniversary, Christmas, like every important time. So when you've kind of like swept all that out of your life, you're just like, it's just calm. Like there's no more noise. There's no static.
I know.
It's just like left with like the restful moment that it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be like a really peaceful day, and it's so nice.
Yeah. I'm like 90% there. I'm almost got all of them out of my life. I'm close.
Yeah. And you know what? I find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Like I find that it can be a little bit like whack-a-mole when you're working through that process. Like you clear them out. You're like, okay, I got this one. And then like another one pops up in like a different area.
That's right.
And then,
That's
then you get to be like the ninja where you're like, ooh, like they just bounce off your aura.
Yeah.
Because you don't tolerate it. And you're like, oh, I can see that one coming from a mile away. I think I'm just going to like sidestep that.
It says there's 4 people watching, so I just put
They're all on my channel though.
So okay.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everyone.
I don't think they can comment because they're seeing it accidentally. Y'all.
Y'all
need to sign up. You 4 on my channel right now. You all need to sign up for because we're actually going to do this for reals next time.
Yeah, it's going to be for real members only next time. So
with a Z. You guys need to
see if they want something pulled, and if they're on your channel, they can comment on your channel, right?
I think that the link itself is not allowing anyone to comment unless they're on your channel. For whatever reason. So I don't see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know because I am on my own channel looking, but see. No, I don't.
You watch it from your own channel and put a chat in there?
I'll load it back up and see.
I mean, this is a learning curve.
We're having a learning curve.
Yeah. Because we want more people to be involved in
yeah, let me do that, but I don't know. So somebody liked my live, so that's something.
Yay.
So what we're trying to do, you guys, is that are watching, there's a couple on Denise's channel
now. 7 now. So.
Okay, so if you're on Denise's channel, you're on the legit thing. We've put a link out for y'all to be able to join us on the StreamYard if you want to. You don't have to. If you want to just participate in the chat, you can. If you're on my channel illegally watching this because we didn't have our settings correct, then we are going to be doing more. We're going to be doing more of these. With the proper settings involved.
So treacherous watching when you're not supposed to be watching.
I don't even know what to do with myself right now. No, it's fine. I'm happy to have you guys here, but we're not able to do our full what we're trying to do right now. So we're going to be doing, this is members only, supposed to be private.
Let's pull up a
Group.
couple cards and see.
And
You want to pull
we
a couple
are,
cards and see what?
huh?
Well, I'm going to pull a couple cards, see what's coming up for the next
ahead.
full moon.
Mars is in retrograde, so I'm going to blame it on Mars.
I'm just saying our next one is going to be on the 15th of December. Wait.
Yes. Because I probably will be all jet lagged.
Yeah, I will be too, because I'm going to be getting a neck treatment like 2 days before.
Because they say you feel the jet lag when you go west.
Oh, really?
So actually, I might feel it going over there because we're going over the Pacific, which is west. So maybe I'll feel it.
You'll feel better. You'll feel great. You'll feel
maybe
like
I'll be all.
Yeah, we'll just be like,
when I get back. My eyes will be like this.
like Jack Black.
Yeah. Be like, So, all right. So you're pulling some cards.
Yeah.
We're going to pull some cards because nobody can really comment unless you're on Ruby's Lighthouse Tarot. You can comment on there. Spirit Dragon, Cosmic Alchemy. If you can comment, let us know.
Yeah. So there's 4 watching right now, and
2 of them are on your channel.
And if they're on my channel, they're not chatting. So, and that's fine. You don't have to, but we really want to get more people involved in this. And what ultimately we want to do is we want this to be private, and we want you to join us on screen. And that doesn't mean you have to show your face. You can show a little picture. You can show nothing, right? But we'll be able to hear each other talk. And that's what we want from this membership that we're doing, because we want to have topics that we all want to talk about. And maybe we don't want the public to hear those topics, right? Because we're
like a private group chat kind of thing. And like Denise is saying, if you join the StreamYard link, when we do this privately, you have the option to just do your voice, but you could at least participate that way if you would like to. That's an option. Or you can chat like you would on a YouTube live as well. That's fine too. What are you getting, Morgan?
Oh, this is so nice. So I'm getting, wow. I'm like, okay. So I'm getting like, I was thinking what's coming in the next, on the full moon, but I feel like this is about themes about like what we're hoping to achieve on these Empower Hours. And I feel like it's somebody who feels isolated, alone in this silence, kind of like this, I'm alone, it's frozen, it's cold. Okay. And then all of a sudden there's a breakthrough. To me, this always reminds me of the Fool card. And it's like, you know what? Just take a leap of faith, join us, jump in. And then there's going to be some opening up. All right. Like a lotus flower, and stepping into a lot of like light energy and healing comes in as well too. So this is kind of like what I feel like we're trying to help and we want to achieve on the Lighthouse Lounge Empower Hour. What about you all? What are you picking up?
Oops. I'm trying to get.
I just pulled one. I haven't got to the page yet, so I'm going to look it up. But it's a brand new deck that I got. It's called the Wild Chorus.
Whoa.
It's all right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's called the Wild Chorus Oracle. And I got one that's called Shh, because I'm asking about the full moon in Gemini, which is so ironic because that's the opposite of Gemini. Interesting. So let's see what it says. Okay. So let's see what it says over here. A hunting fox is caught mid-leap, about to pounce on a patch of snow. We can see the fox's shadow, but there's no sign of the rodent that may be hidden underneath. In the crisp, silent air, the fox attunes to what is just below the surface. The trees in the distance blur. Only what is close at hand is of importance right now. This is a moment of instinct, daring, and focus. We don't yet know what the fox will catch, or if they're simply poised to fall into their own shadow. It is a precarious moment where any distraction could startle them or scare away their prey. Working with this card, you're being shown a moment in your life when something is already in motion and shouldn't be second-guessed. You are in mid-leap. Don't get distracted, even if your shadow is daunting. Stay attuned. Complete the leap. Commit to the course you've begun. You may need to quiet your mind. You may need to stop pulling cards for a while until you're on the other side of the question. Shh, doesn't spill any of its secrets. There's something still hidden in this path, under snow, under shadow, that could go either way. Ooh, wow. So wasn't one of the readers saying there was going to be a lot of aha moments and stuff like that coming out? Weren't you saying that, Morgan? Did you say MJ's reading had said that?
Oh, yeah. Like it's kind of like cleanup time, December, she was saying. And then I feel like the last couple of weeks have just been like readings all over the places with tower cards and like truths coming out.
So it said you're being shown a moment in your life when something is already in motion and shouldn't be second guessed. You're mid-leap. So don't get distracted, even if your shadow is daunting. It's almost like somebody, it's like getting ready they're in mid-leap. They're getting ready to commit to the course they've begun. So it's like they've already decided something. So it's kind of like, to me, like two wands in reverse, where it's like you've already chosen a path. That's the way I always read that card. But you haven't actually, you've made the decision in the past. Like you kind of know what path you're going down, but you haven't actually made this decision, but you're like mid-leap. So it's saying don't get distracted, even if your shadow is daunting. So it's like doing something maybe you never thought you were ever going to do. And Spirit is saying you need to quiet the mind and commit to the course that you've already begun. So go ahead and do whatever that thing is. And so maybe also it's about maybe communicating only to certain people. Like maybe you have something that you're in the action of doing, but it's not for everyone to know. Like that's why that shush card is there. So like all you Geminis, just zip it a little bit or just tell certain people, right? There's someone you can trust maybe, but it wouldn't be for everyone to hear. Like there's some sort of secret component of it, which is kind of cool. But it's saying, even if your shadow is daunting, so don't be like, this is like something that could scare you a little bit and kind of take you out of your comfort zone. That's cool. I like this deck. What about you, Denise? Do you have anything?
I pulled from the Angel and Ancestors Oracle, and three popped out. They just like fell out. The first one was Heart Guardian. It says, love and let yourself be loved. And this is kind of attached to, I'm feeling like the video that I did for tomorrow. And it says on here, the Heart Guardian, there's just so many different places to find all these cards. I probably need to I had it right here. I have to probably mark these a little bit better so I can find it. Okay, it says the message is welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. So that kind of reminds me of this energy of Venus that has changed from Scorpio to Sagittarius. And the Scorpio energy was more intense, right? It was more secretive. And now with Sagittarius is being more open and more inviting. And it's like helping you with that healing, right? Like Morgan was talking about, helping you move forward. The next one was mountains, and it says stand your ground. And so we're probably climbing some mountains still. I feel like we've just been constantly climbing and climbing and climbing. And this mountain is one of the warrior symbols. And it says, it's after moon. Okay, mountains. Hold firm to what you believe in, or are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. So whatever is going on right now, I just heard, don't be afraid, right? Be more confident in it. And the next card that I got was Autumn, release the old and rest. And I want to make sure it's not here before I go. Nope. So that card is, come on, let me find it. I hate not being able to find these cards. I'm just feeling like this. It's a bird, right? So you're releasing the old. That's part of that full moon too, right? We release things that no longer serve us in the full moon. This full moon in Gemini that's happening on Wednesday, and I'm feeling like this autumn part that you're shedding your leaves, right? And you're preparing for the new growth that's going to be coming up in the spring or in the next cycle. I got a lot of nines. I've been getting a lot of nines recently in my readings, so I don't know if that's also putting it all together. I just keep hearing, hold on, you know what, you know what you want, you know where you're going.
It's interesting. It feels like it's a lot of like in between energy, like not quite there.
I feel like that autumn card is like a preparation, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like what you're talking about. Because autumn, it's not really dying, it's just transitioning to some, it's like, because when those leaves shed and go on the ground, they're supposed to they go back into the earth, right? They're supposed to regenerate back into earth to the roots to feed the trees back again for the next bloom. In fact, I watched something where somebody was saying, you're hurting your trees by ripping up all these leaves, at least put those leaves over the roots of the trees.
Yeah. That was so similar to what you are talking about here, because I got this one that says turning the certainty, and it's literally that same thing. There's a bird coming up that's in the water, and a fish that's in the air is going back into the water. And so it says it's about suspension, which is what we're talking about. And it's saying a fish that leaps into the air and the bird dives into the water, each is temporarily suspended in an environment where they cannot breathe, but the fish will soon fall back into the water and the bird will soon rise up into the air. So you may find yourself out of your element, but it won't last long. While you're here, though, your normal assumptions won't help. There's a different viscosity and quality of light reminding you that you've not adapted for this environment. Your circumstances have shifted or about to from what you were expecting, but the discomfort will be temporary. This card offers you an opportunity to make use of your feelings of disorientation. Do your best with the information you have. Stay nimble as things change and resist the pull to equate safety with certainty. So as you travel through unfamiliar and perhaps uncomfortable territory, orient towards learning what you can. So this card marks a moment when you can access new ideas and new energy to inform and transform old patterns. So I'm kind of like putting them together. So it's like the fox is kind of scared of its shadow, but in the middle of making a decision, and it's very uncomfortable where you're at, and try to stay nimble as things change, but to go ahead and go forward in the trajectory that you're going.
Cool. And I love that you said all that, because I found this autumn. And it says, release all of the pressure and expectations weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. And the extended message is, you know what is heavy, what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life. You are being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward, and you can do this. So that's all. This stuff is just like our cards, as usual. They're just all gelling with each other.
I know.
Mm.
Wow.
And then the strength. I got the strength card.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah, nature,
Yes.
the lion.
It's power through kindness and compassion, through courage. On the one hand, this card would have you know that you're stronger than you realize, and you have the ability to conquer any challenges you're experiencing. You should have more faith and trust in yourself. On the other hand, it asks you to handle issues with other people with a soft touch and kind words. Taking the tough approach isn't the right answer right now. The strength card asks you to look upon your sensitivity as an amazing gift that you can use to navigate through troubled times. If you need to stand up for yourself, then by all means, but do so. Just couple assertiveness with kindness and dignity. And that makes sense, like with that grand water trine, because water signs like usually approach things very sensitively and compassion and everything. So that kind of makes sense with the astrology too, right?
Yeah.
And I just got 2 cards from the Sacred Feminine, and we have 2 mermaids here, and it says take a warm bath, right? Then you have put your hands in the dirt, so ground yourself. So take a warm bath and ground yourself. So
It's like all opposite energy.
huh?
It's like opposite energy. Even the strength card, you have to be brave, but you have to know when to hold back. You have to know, like, it's like this weird teetering in between energy.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, in between. Definitely.
Even that one strength card that's like half human, half lion.
The centaur.
Well, it's in the one. It's in the one.
Oh, the strength card. Yeah, the one in the tarot.
Sears tarot. I'll pull it out, but it's like where the person is like turning into a lion, but they're halfway through the process of it. Let me see if I can find it here.
Oh, okay. And that's
It's
which
in the
deck?
middle of the transformation, you know, of like becoming something, or something's changing. Like you've already started the process.
Yeah, and I feel like all this, you know, all these past years are pretty much what has been happening. That's been happening. It's like, you know, especially the feminine energy, right?
Yeah.
Because and I say we because I'm harnessing my feminine energy right now, but we've been doing that, right? We knew the feminine, you know, the matriarchy has known what has been needed this whole time. And we've just had to be like quieted. And that's why my big thing right now is about, I don't want to have to do have tos. I don't want to have to be where I don't want to be. I don't want any of this. 40 years is long enough to have a schedule and have to be somewhere at some time. No questions asked, right? So it's like I'm taking my power back. And I think that's what this is too, is about taking your power back. But it's about being ready to do that, right? The strength card is you have, like Ruby said, you have to have that courage to go forward. But then you have to like kind of know what you're doing, right? So you have to like take that pause. And I think that the autumn card, I mean, even the mountain, right? It shows the top part of the mountain and then underneath the water. So what's going on underneath that you have to be cognizant of in order to move forward. We are moving forward. We're always moving forward, but And I think it just, every time the three of us or others are together and we start pulling the same cards and start talking about the same thing, I mean, it just gives me like goosebumps, because it's like we're all in that same energy. And even if you're not seeing this live, you're going to probably feel that energy when you're watching it afterwards. Like Dawn talks about that quantum, realm.
Mhm.
But this is that empowerment, I think, that we're talking about with this, what we want to do with this channel. We want to empower everybody. We want to talk about these things and bring this healing forward and show that you have it in you to move forward and to do what it is that you need to do. And if it's just somebody reminding you, I mean, I need reminding sometimes. I'm very strong, but I'm not always strong. I mean, I'm vulnerable, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's good to know how to like navigate this, right? This in between time
Yeah.
of like using kindness and compassion, forgiveness, and then also stepping into some type of like, it just feels like a quiet confidence, realizing that you're stronger than you are. It's like a test of faith, or like using all this, like, because I keep getting drawn to like the little halo around the angel's head, like all these insights and all this guidance, and like almost like learning how to work with your spirit guides, like allowing that energy to flow through you and being like, okay, now take this action. Okay, wait. Okay, surrender. Like that, like flow of like
what it is. Yes.
right.
And being patient to wait.
Oh,
You're having multiple skills at once.
Yeah.
Step outside your comfort zone while you are, and be very uncomfortable in that, but also have grace and compassion and try to keep your connection with spirit at the same time and somehow balance it. And so it's like a very advanced energy. It's a very, it's an in-between energy, because you're becoming while you're doing it. That's
But doesn't some of that uncomfortableness help you with boundaries, though? Because it helps you figure out, what is it that I don't want to feel the next time, or anymore, or whatever. And boundaries are so important. And like, I don't know what you would, I guess it's part of boundaries, but like, I try to realize, okay, if this happens, then this other thing is going to be happening, or like before. So what is it's not a red flag. It's like a speed bump.
Play out the tapes.
Huh?
Play out the tapes and see like, okay, how the ripple effect of choices are, right? Like we have so many different, because we have free will choice. I feel like we can get kind of like a bird's eye view. Spirit will give us, like, for me anyway, like, okay, if you make this choice, then this, and this is going to happen. Do you want to end up with that end result? Or why don't we, like, before things unfold, if you make this choice and then this good thing happens and that good thing happens, here's the outcome. Like, it's pretty amazing to be aware like that and have that connection to spirit and, divination, like tarot cards and astrology and everything, to kind of help you navigate. Right.
Yeah,
it's like
go ahead.
Today, for example, I was walking somewhere and I looked up and I saw this thing drive by, like a sign on a truck. And I was like, oh, okay, I know what that means. So why? And then all of a sudden, as I was walking, I saw like another sign here. It was so amazing, and it was like my eyes got shifted. So I'm like, and it's good to keep asking for the confirmation and like, okay, thank you. But like, why? Why do I need to do this? Like, and to be curious, to remain open-minded and teachable and curious.
But the key thing you said is you have to ask, right?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with asking. There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, I think you just sent me a sign, but I really don't understand it. So can you, you know,
do a little
talk to me
more.
like
I need another one, more specific this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, like
Hit me in the
I
head.
need a clarifier sign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love clarifying, and it's amazing, like with the tarot readings, when you start getting the like you're like, here's the answer, and then you pull out another deck and you try to get like, okay, let's see for sure, and it's like the same message in a different deck again. It's like, okay,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
you
come
can't
on.
ask too many times, because then you're going to get exactly what you're looking for, and that's not really what you're supposed to be getting.
right.
I
You have to,
feel
and then there comes like a time where it's like, okay, like now as a human being, like you know what you need to do.
Yeah, you
It's
have
up
to
to
do
you
it.
to,
That's what I was just
yeah,
saying, is that I just got this card that says divine timing, and then it was open to receive. But in the meantime, you have to like hold your breath in between and take the actions that you're supposed to take. So it's like spirit is going to be giving assistance, or there's something big that's universal that is going to happen. But in the meantime, and you can ask for signs and you can ask for help. But in the meantime, you need to stay in the in between and be uncomfortable and like do the things that you need to do to stay on path, and know that when you take your breath, that trust that when you let it out, that spirit is going to be there for you as you do this. So like, because the bird is in the water, but it's coming up for air, and the fish is in the air, but it's going down into the water. And so it's trusting in this timing that it's all going to work out. You know, that spirit's going to do its part, but you have to do your part too, is what I'm getting to.
Yeah, and you have to trust yourself. You have to trust that you know what's right. Like if something comes up and you're getting this feeling that you need to second guess it for some reason, or you need to rethink it, or then something's telling you that, you know, there might be something going on underneath, right? Like that water, right? You might have to go back underwater and figure it out so you can come back up on top and do what it is you have to do. But you have to trust yourself
and trusting spirit too. It's that it's that balancing. You're already doing this, like with the fox, you're already midway through. You have to still trust and believe, even though it's scary, but trusting yourself and the path, the information you've already been given, you're midway through it anyway. So I love that.
And I just saw that put your hands in the dirt is part of what you're talking about, Ruby, is that you have to get in that mud. You know, you have to work through it. You have to get through it. And it's going to be uncomfortable. It might be uncomfortable. I'm going to tell you a funny story. I was in the Army, right? And we did all kinds of crazy stuff, but I don't like to get dirty. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do all this stuff. And then I'm like, okay, are we done now? Because I need to go wash. I need to wash my hands. I need to do whatever. Right. And so when they found out that I was weird like that, then of course they would, you know, use me in bad situations. But, you know, we have to get dirty in order to feel uncomfortable. I had to be put in those uncomfortable situations in order for me to feel okay and be a little more comfortable, because I knew they were going to do it. Like I was usually the only female non-commissioned officer or female officer that was around all these other men. So, you know, they were going to do a lot of crap, make me do a lot of stuff. And a lot of it was because they were like, oh, you can't do this. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Watch me now.
Yeah. Are you watching me now? Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And you know what? It's amazing how like it sinks for me, those situations, they'll sink into my subconscious, they'll sink into my soul. So then it's almost like moth to a flame. So if I'm going in a direction, I'll get like a flashback of like that experience, and I'll be like, oh no, like you're just like repelled from it. Or like I feel like those having to marinate in those like terrible energies, or like it becomes part of like that soul pattern of remembrance. You know, like I know now I can like read energies a lot clearer because I've had to like simmer in that like yuck situation, or that like yuck
oh man, I
environment.
made that wrong choice. Now I got to deal with that outcome. And then you do that
Yeah.
enough times where you're like, I don't think I'm ever going to do that again. Nah, I
Yeah.
don't, you know. But for some of us, it takes longer than others.
Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, I learned everything the hard way.
Yeah, it's
Everything the hard way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, you know, sometimes spirit, God, you know, will be like, "Do I have to hit you over the head?" And it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Saturn.
You gotta.
I feel like
bruise.
but like it's like the shell, like that card Round and Round in the Call Up Baron Reed deck. You know, we might have to keep similar situations, but it starts to get like less and less the lessons, or like, for example, instead of marinating in that difficult situation for like years, maybe you just do it for weeks, or maybe it's just a couple of days or a couple of hours. And then by the end of it, you like just completely sidestep because you can, you know, so it's, but if you're not on the spiritual path and say like you're, I don't know, if you're not open to or willing to learn the lesson, like sometimes I'm watching certain people, like how can they live through those things for years and endure that and not see the lesson in it, or not like get out of it, or it's just like, wow.
Well, it wasn't there.
I was going to answer that question.
Not that I'm judging.
They're blaming it on somebody else, right? They're the victim. Oh man, it's not my fault. They're putting me in that situation or whatever, instead of taking the accountability for it. And I'm not saying that all the shitty stuff that happens to us is our fault. It's not. But there's things that we can do to get, you know, hopefully in another situation or a better situation, right? We have to, when we make those choices, like Morgan was talking about when she's getting guidance from spirit, right? You have your choices. So if we make a choice to do this or that, and it's not, we choose this, right? And it's just not going the way we thought, or we're like, well, then make another choice, right? And you can change your mind, right? I've always loved that about being a woman. My mom used to say, it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. And I was like, oh my God, I love that, right? So I've been like, just digging deep on that one. It's like, nope, I can change my mind, right? So, but we can do that. We can change our mind. We can do something different. And if that doesn't work, then do something else, right? I mean, we get to do more things, and we just have to pay attention, right? Like we're talking about, we have to be open to the signs that are coming in. We have to be open to our own feelings. We have to be open to how is it making me feel? Am I feeling good about this choice, or am I not? I mean, and then am I afraid to make this choice? Because if I make this choice, I might alienate myself, or I might lose this person, or, I mean, those are difficult choices, but we have to make sometimes difficult choices. So,
it's like, I always say, it's like, I don't know if you guys ever did this, but those choose your own ending books where you could like, will so-and-so go down the path of this thing, or will they go into the haunted museum? And like, you could like literally choose whatever it is. And then I'd be like, well, I wonder what happens if I go down this way. And they're like, I'd read the chapter, you know, like if it were to go that way, but I'd keep my thumb in it.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, well, what if I went down to this castle and went into the treasure chest or whatever? And then it's like, you do get to kind of like have that ability to choose again and like redo it. And that's the whole purpose of it, is to be able to, you know, do better and choose better. And the only one judging us is ourselves, you know, our own souls and whatever we're supposed to be here doing and learning and stuff. But that's really how I view things like that. So it's like, because I've just made the same mistake over and over and over, and it's like different.
The good thing about that, though, whether you're making the same mistake over and over and over, is you're remembering, right?
Yeah.
So one of these days, you're going to be like, okay, I'm tired of doing that, so I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do that. So that's growth, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how long it took. We all take our own sweet time in different things, and it doesn't matter where we are in our healing. I think that's what I mentioned in tomorrow's reading. is that we're all on our own path, and it doesn't matter if Ruby's here and I'm here and Morgan's here. It doesn't matter. We're all on our own path. We're all where we need to be. So we just have to make those choices that are best for us. And the hard part is, sometimes those choices are going to maybe put you somewhere where someone might not come along with you in that choice. Right. But maybe, what is it? What are those things that are here for a reason, a season,
or a lifetime?
Or a lifetime, yeah. So, you know, are we going to be unconditional in our love for other people, right? So we can't expect other people to be unconditional in their love for us if we're not unconditional in our love for them.
We have to practice what we preach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, I feel like with the choices and decisions we make, what things appear to be on the 3D doesn't necessarily mean that we as souls are not growing. So like we can somebody who is maybe they're homeless on the street, but they have gone through all of these things in their life and their soul has learned all of these amazing lessons. And when, you know, I always view it like when they cross over, they're kind of like a celebrity within themselves because they've gone through like all of these different amazing lessons. And so I always make sure to say not to judge people based off of what you see in the 3D or like how much money they have or what kind of house they have or what kind of car they drive. That has nothing to do with your soul's growth and what you're really here for. Because what we're really here for is our own spiritual journey and our own, and to learn, you know? And so, yeah, I always, just what you see on the outside is not necessarily what the soul's growth is really about. And so when people make decisions based off of how just other people will see them or whatever, then that's something that I always think about, you know, because it's not just about what you have or how you appear to other people. It's all about what's in here, really.
Mm-hmm. Like spiritual royalty. I love that phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like really love that, spiritual royalty, because yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of like completely emotionally bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt people out there who might on the outside look like they have the fanciest life or whatever, but
yeah, maybe they're miserable. Who knows?
Yeah. Or it's just, you know, surface level and then there's no like real growth within that person.
Well, so, and maybe, you know, maybe this person has all this money and they get all this attention because they have all this money, but they don't have any, like maybe some real relationships, right? Some real friends or real feeling. Like it's all good when they're spending that money and dishing it out and buying everything for everybody. And then when, you know, the money runs out for whatever reason, or it's time to go home, then, you know, it's crickets. Right. So that can't be fun at all.
Yeah. And I think we put ourselves, like, I believe anyway, that we put ourselves in different situations every time we come back here. So they're like, this time I want to be, you know, a kid from China and I want to have this scenario with my family and I want to have all these different things happen. And so like, we're all here experiencing different experiences and lifetimes here. And so just trying to learn more lessons. And that's really what it's all about. So, you know, we all take different chances and make different choices and we're landing where we're landing, but there's nothing really to judge about that, you know, or to put people in different categories with, although we do it because we're human, but yeah. So
do we want to add another Monday since we kind of flubbed this members only one?
We can talk about it and on our 15th,
yeah,
we can,
because I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, and we can see what they want to do too.
Yeah. And hope, and you know, and the more members we get, the more input we get, and then again, you know, once we get those members and we start flowing with the members stuff, then we can actually get, you know, if you guys want to come on to the actual live with us and be able to speak with us, that's more of that connection that we can get. And like Ruby said, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to, right? We're not making you do that, but we'd like to hear. I mean, and you can just put in the stuff in the chat too. I mean, we can do that too. We're just open to whatever. And we just want you to know that this is going to be a very safe space when we figure it out.
Well, we were like, the live was counting down, and that's what happened. We didn't have the settings updated. So sorry about that for this evening. But again, we will work on that, and we will hopefully have that fixed for next time.
Yeah. But you're stuck with people who learn lessons as we do them.
Yeah, we're not perfect people. Nope. So, well, thank you guys for joining, the ones that did. We have that link if you would like to become a member. I just posted it on Ruby's Lighthouse Tarot on my channel, and we posted it in the feed so you guys can see that in there as well. So if you do want to become a member and you would like to join, we're going to be having 2 per month that are going to be members only. So feel free to join us. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. See you after Thailand.
Yeah.